is likely to be your student as an online tutor on iTalki.com? That's what we're going to be talking about in today's video, where I share with you the 5 main categories of students you're likely to be having as a tutor on iTalki. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I am so glad that you are watching. If you're new here, welcome, karibu. My name is Mpesa, and on this channel we talk about all things making money online most of the time. We talk about side hustle opportunities, and we also talk about passive income. So if any of those topics sound exciting to you, you want to hit the subscribe button below. And once you have done so, you want to hit the notification bell as well, so that every single time I shoot a new video, you do not miss out. iTalki is an online language learning platform whereby different people who want to learn a given language are brought together with teachers or community tutors who are happy to teach their native languages. So unlike most other platforms, with iTalki, you can actually get on the platform without any certification and immediately start teaching. The only difference, you will get on the platform as a community tutor. However, if you have qualifications or certificates as a teacher, then you will sign up on the platform as a professional teacher. And the best part about iTalki is that you charge however much you want, and as long as you are fluent in the language that you want to tutor in, you can pretty much get started as soon as possible. Why is it important to know the kind of target market, to know the kind of students you're likely to have as an online tutor? Because it helps you to not only know how you are going to present your lessons, but it also helps you on how to come up with a curriculum. So for example, take this student who is currently taking, say, Mandarin at the University of Beijing, for example, and they have hired you to help them to practice their Mandarin. Obviously, they have a curriculum that their teacher has shared with them in class, and you're most likely going to help them through using that same curriculum. So without much further ado, one of the most common students you're likely to find as an online tutor on iTalki platform is students who are taking the language that you are tutoring on the iTalki platform. So let's say, for example, I am offering Kiswahili, or I am offering Xhosa, or I'm tutoring Chinese, or I'm tutoring English, and there's a university student somewhere who is taking Kiswahili, for example, as a foreign language. They are likely to come onto the iTalki.com platform and want a tutor who is going to help them maybe to polish certain areas in the curriculum that they are studying, or maybe they have an exam and they want somebody to just take them through the practical areas to study, or they already have an outline. And now that people are studying online, they just want somebody to take them through that curriculum. So that's the number one kind of clientele you're likely to find as an online tutor on iTalki.com. The second category of clientele you're likely to find as an online tutor on iTalki.com, or the kind of student that you're likely to have as your customer on iTalki.com, is children who are most likely homeschooled. For example, I've had a case whereby I had a very lovely 14-year-old from the US who was homeschooled, and she had decided that she wanted to study Kiswahili as one of her languages. So that's the other clientele you're likely to have. And the beauty with having especially kids as your clientele is the longevity. Yeah? As long as the child is still interested in learning your language, they're most probably gonna make sure that their parent pays for the class, and especially if they're taking it as part of their homeschooling curriculum, then you're likely to have a very long-term relationship with this child, and you're likely to have quote-unquote job security, because they're gonna sign up every other week or every other day. And it's very, very important to plan your time well around such a student, and just make sure you give your very best, because as long as the child likes you and they like your teaching style and you're giving your best, they're gonna keep vouching for you in front of their parents. So you really want to make sure that you handle the kids well, handle them with dignity, be very patient, be empathetic. Try to make them open up to you, because again, as kids, they become very shy and sometimes they're not sure. They might be having an issue, but they're not sure how to approach you as their teacher or as their tutor. So make it really, really easy for them. Number 3 client you're likely to have as an online tutor on the iTalki.com platform is tourists or potential tourists who are looking to visit your continent or your country or your region. So let's say, for example, I am based out of the US and I am planning like a 6-month trip around East Africa. So I might decide that I want to learn some basic Kiswahili to get along when I am in the East African region. This kind of student or this kind of client is not going to be super long term, because all they're interested in is just getting a few basics here and there for them to communicate, and most probably they'll be more interested in conversational skills than all the nitty-gritties and all the grammar and all the ngelis and all that. So you really have to make sure that you keep your student up to speed and they can start conversing immediately. So you will need to focus on those areas that as a tourist you're likely to engage in. So for example, basic things like how to say hello, where you're coming from, why you're in the country, how to ask for water, how to ask for direction and stuff like that. So those are the areas you want to start focusing on almost immediately. Number 4 clientele you're likely to find as an online tutor on the iTalki platform and any other platform for that matter is volunteers who are coming into your country. So almost similar like the tourists. The only difference is that as a volunteer, this client is likely to be more longer term, because they're probably going to be volunteering for a longer term as well in that country. So let's say I am based in Botswana, and this client wants to visit Botswana and they want to learn Botswana because they are going to be volunteering in some region of Botswana. So obviously they're going to start taking lessons before they come, but they're also likely to continue taking lessons with you once they arrive in their country of volunteer. So again, you want to make sure that you tailor the curriculum so that they can start learning the language based on the areas in which they're going to be volunteering in. So for example, let's say if it's a volunteer doctor, you want to make sure that from the very get-go, when they visit the area they'll be volunteering in, they at least know how to, ask what part do you feel pain in, how to administer drugs, how to call, I don't know, like to ask what are you feeling, or to follow up and, know words like to infect, or to, just basic medical terms. You want to make sure that from the very beginning you start teaching them those medical terms. So that's why it's really important to know before you start teaching. Just find out, why does your student want to learn the language? Who are they? And it helps you to know which areas to put focus in, which areas to put emphasis in, and the student can feel like they're already benefiting from the very word go, and they're most likely going to sign up for another class. Number 5 category of client or customer or student you're likely to have as an online tutor on the iTalki.com platform is linguists, who are just interested in learning as many languages as possible. So if you find a linguist who, let's say you're from Nigeria and you're a Yoruba, and there's this person who just has Yoruba in their bucket list, they are likely to sign up with you as their tutor. So make sure that you talk to your customer, talk to your student, and just know why they want to learn your language, because it also helps you to know which areas to put emphasis on. It helps you to know how to interact with them. It helps you to know what materials you're likely to use and which ones might not be most appropriate and at what stage in that student's learning cycle. So, well, guys, let me know in the comments section below if there's another category of clientele that you have either come into contact with, or you think someone is likely to meet on the iTalki.com platform or any other platform for that matter. Thank you for staying up to the very end, and I definitely look forward to meeting you on the next one. Bye-bye.